Hello everyone, this is Mira Kelly. I am the best-selling author of Beyond Past Lives. I help people experience other lifetimes they have lived so that they can receive emotional and physical healing in their present life. Today we are going to talk about time. Do you find yourself always running out of time and time having sped up so much and you're always having so many things to do that you always look back and you say, where did that time go? How is it already the end of the week, the end of the month, or the end of the year? So today I'm going to teach you how to stretch time and how to make the most out of it and be able to accomplish your to-do list and find yourself in a space where you can also have time to just be. I was reading a book by Sri'Ama Qala Phoenix, and the name of the book is called Opening Our Spiritual Eyes. And I read a very interesting quote in the book. Here's the quote. For those in the process of transition, time would appear to speed up. But once a soul truly entered a higher state of consciousness, time would seem to slow down and much more would seem to be created or accomplished in a shorter period of time. This quote really struck me. I was really amazed by it because I too am in a place where there's so much to do. I am blessed to be living my passion and my purpose every day, and I love what I do. But still, at the end of the day, I would too find myself in a place thinking, there's so much more to do. Where did the day go? So this quote really made me think it's possible to do it differently. For those of you who have read my book Beyond Past Lives, you know that I have a whole chapter dedicated to time and timelessness. I am very fascinated by the idea of time because it really is a construct for this earth reality. And I have experienced so many different ways of understanding time and using time because of my regression work with my clients. And so one of the things that I have learned for myself through my work with people is that there really is no such thing as time. And this is something that physicists tell us as well. In fact, there's a quote that I give in Beyond Past Lives in which I quote Einstein. And Einstein had a friend called Michael Besso. And when Michael Besso passed away, Einstein wrote to his family and he wrote in his letter, "Now he has departed from this strange world a little ahead of me." That means nothing. People like us who believe in physics know that the distinction between past, present, and future is only a stubbornly persistent illusion. Isn't that amazing? A stubbornly persistent illusion. So the best way to understand this is to understand that time is both linear and simultaneous. You and I experience the past, present, and future as a straight line progressing from one moment to the next. But on a level outside of our consciousness here on Earth, time is simultaneous. Now that you have this understanding of time being both simultaneous and linear, I want us to go back to the quote we started with. For those in the process of transition, time would appear to speed up. This quote tells us that once you open up to your spiritual gifts, once you open up to the ascension of your consciousness, you are beginning to play with time and you're beginning to experience time as speeding up. And that's why when you look at your day, you say, where did time go? That's why you say, time is speeding up. And Now, we actually want to use the second part of this quote to have an effect on your schedule and on your to-do list. And the second part of the quote goes like this: "But once a soul truly entered a higher state of consciousness, time would seem to slow down, and much more would seem to be created or accomplished in a shorter period of time." So it's about entering a higher state of consciousness when you get to experience time slowing down, and in a way you're stretching time so you can fit so much more into it. Well, the part of you that is already in a higher state of consciousness exists in this now moment, because time being simultaneous, the future of you and the present you and the past you all exist in this now moment. So the you who is presently in a higher state of consciousness is living side by you simultaneously. You can think of it as two time streams next to each other, two pathways next to each other, unfolding in time simultaneously. And since the idea of there being no present, past, or future, but everything unfolding simultaneously, gives us the realization that there's really no cause and effect, then that frees you to know that you really don't need to go through a difficult ascension process in order to speed up time. So stay with me. This is an amazing concept. So if you just decide for yourself that you are already experiencing time as having slowed down to a slow speed, and you're able to fit so much more into it, then you don't need to go through the ascension process to get that effect, because of cause and effect being a linear understanding. But we are going to work with simultaneous time on this one. So you're going to experience the effect without having needed to create the cause. Does it make sense? Okay, so here's what you do. You simply decide that your time is stretched, your time is slowing down so you can fit everything you need to accomplish in one day into it. And it's very much a mental perspective. You simply decide, you choose to experience that, and you do experience it. I promise you. I have been working with this for some time now as a concept in my mind, and lo and behold, there is time for everything in my day. There's even time to actually go outside and walk and work out and enjoy my life. So try it, give me your comments below, and I look forward to knowing how this is working out for you. It's so easy, and all that it requires is a different way of thinking about it. I'm sending you all my love, and we'll talk soon. Sat Nam.